All right, so before I get into this SmackDown review, I just want to acknowledge as to why the SmackDown review was late. Usually, I like to have my SmackDown review up and running around 10, 10:15. But I'm uploading it around 11 o'clock because, of course, with Rampage and just trying to test a few things on if it would be better to upload the SmackDown review immediately after SmackDown is over, or waiting till after Rampage is over. So let me know in the comments section, which do you prefer better, after SmackDown or after Rampage? So yeah, but obviously this was a quote unquote special episode of Friday Night SmackDown because tonight served up as the season premiere of SmackDown at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. Now, despite this being the season premiere episode, overall, I thought this episode, outside of Balor and Cesaro, Reigns, the segment with Reigns and Paul, and of course the main segment with Edge and Rollins, this was a mess show. Like, don't get me wrong, I praise SmackDown, and it is the A show in WWE. It's probably the best show in WWE. But as far as tonight goes, I thought that tonight was a mess show. Honestly, it wasn't a bad show, no, but it wasn't like a great exotic episode of SmackDown that you will typically get out of SmackDown. I thought this was a meh episode. We kicked things off with the we were supposed to have a contract signing, but you had Lynch. Like, she had her own seat. You had Sasha sitting by commentary, like standing on the commentary's desk. And, of course, you had Bianca in the ring. And we thought we were going to get a contract signing. But, of course, the three women just don't want to wait until, Crown Jewel. Like, they want to do this now. And we saw, man, Belair using her strength to, thinking she's going to KOD both women through the table. But, of course, Sasha gets out of it. But still, Bianca KODs Becky Lynch through Sasha Banks through the table. So, overall, I thought this is a pretty good opening segment. And, of course, man, good Bianca to get some momentum heading into their triple threat match at Crown Jewel. Now, after all that, man, we get the first round of the King of the Ring tournament, man. Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. After what was a solid match between the two men, Sami gets the turnbuckle, exposed the turnbuckle. But, of course, Dominic gets on the apron, trying to be a good guy and trying to fix the turnbuckle bad. Rey's like, son, what are you doing? Like, get off. Like, what are you doing, Dominic? Get down. Like I got to win this match. Sami takes advantage and he rolls up Rey for the win. So Sami gets the win here, and Sami will advance in the King of the Ring tournament. So after all that, we get a little interview with Seth Rollins with Caleb Braxton, and basically he said that he's not gonna come to Kayla. He's gonna go to whoever he needs to go to make the match with Edge official, as we saw what happened later on in the night. Now, we had the first round of the Queen's Crown Tournament, Zelena Vega versus Toni Storm. And shockingly, and obviously this is going to make a lot of people upset, Zelena Vega shockingly got the win. Yes, meh match to say the least, but Zelena hits the code red and gets the win. I was very shocked to see Zelena Vega get the win. A lot of people were really shocked to see Zelena Vega get the win. I was kind of hoping that we might see a little Toni Storm versus Lynn Morgan, but of course, hopefully they still have that match later down the line. Not now, but hopefully later down the line. And honestly, with the way the Queen's Tournament has been so far, it honestly really makes it obvious that Shayna's going to win. She's typically going to, she's most likely, she's going to squash Carmella, who also won the Queen's Tournament over Liv Morgan tonight, which a lot of people were upset because I know Liv Morgan was a whole favorite to win the tournament. But hey, look at the bright side, folks. Yes, it's kind of sad for a lot of people, but hey, at least Shayna is squashing, either Carmella or Zelena. So yeah. Now we get the head of the table, the tribal chief, the bloodline, we the ones. And, you know, Reigns, he tells San Jose to acknowledge Paul Heyman because it was Paul Heyman who brought the Usos to SmackDown. Well, kept them on SmackDown, I should say. But of course, you know, Roman, he asks Paul to admit that he's responsible for Lesnar's free agent. Now, Paul cuts a really great promo. He's just like, well, my tribal chief, I've been with your family for 40 years and stuff like that. And, you know, he just goes down and how can he be stupid enough to think that Brock's not going to beat you at Crown Jewel? You know, Roman, you're going to beat him. And then Roman's like, Paul, I want you to look in the camera and tell Brock Lesnar. And he does that. He says that, you know, that Reigns will walk out and Reigns, you know, will conquer the conqueror that is Brock Lesnar. And you can believe that. So this was a great segment, man. Great promo. Paul Heyman, obviously, with Paul Heyman, you know, one of the... Say what you want about Paul Heyman. Like, you may hate him or not like him or love him to death. But you got to admit, the dude is one of the best guys on the mic to ever do it. You know, like, he... so good. And tonight, man, with this segment, with this story was just awesome. And it really, really gives that more in-depth into this feud with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Very excited for this match at Crown Jewel, even though we've seen this match over and over again. But this is the most hype, honestly, in my opinion. Now, we get the Queens. Well, I already talked about this. Carmella, Tony Storm, and all that. Let's see. Well, Carmella versus Lynn Morgan, but you guys know what I mean. Carmella got the win there. We see Happy Corbin comes out. You know, he talks his stuff, cracks a bad joke, but of course, Kevin Owens comes out. Kevin Owens gets attacked. Oh man, Kevin Owens, I guess, just does not have no friends backstage to help him. Anyways, despite all that, man, we see Naomi. She's like, hey, why am I not in the tournament? You know, and DeVille's like, you're not worthy enough. You're not worthy of being queen. You're not even worthy of being on the SmackDown roster. Naomi's like, I want a match. So, you know, DeVille's like, all right, go have your match next week. Naomi's like, who? It's me. So Sonya Deville in her first match since SummerSlam against Mandy of last year, she's going to be wrestling, and she's going to be wrestling. Adam Pearce, my God. Naomi, my apology, folks. Now, we get the King of the Ring tournament, first round, Balor, Cesaro. This is a great match. Balor gets the win, which was really cool to see. So, Balor advances, and Balor wins. So, that was cool. You know, I didn't have no problems with this. You know, so, yeah. All right, so after that, man, we get, obviously, the big segment with Rollins. You know, Rollins is coming out, Edge. Like, he's just going in on Edge. Like, Edge, I beat you. I'm done. Like, I've destroyed you. You're nothing. You know what I'm saying? But Edge comes out. He attacks Rollins. Rollins scurries away like the little puss that he is. Edge gets on the mic. You, me, Hell in a Cell. And it's going to happen. Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins versus Edge. And ladies and gentlemen, I want people to understand what I'm saying here. This is how you end a feud. See, one of the main problems with the Hell in a Cell is not just that it's become a gimmick pay-per-view, but the Hell in a Cell is supposed to really end and be the culmination of a feud. This is the perfect way to end a Seth Rollins and Edge feud, in my personal opinion. Inside Hell in a Cell, it can't get any better than this. I mean, you know, we've seen this before, you know, for example, Triple H and Batista. So it's the perfect way to end a feud, honestly. And the fact that it's rumored to be taking place at Crown Jewel, sign me the heck up. I'm excited for Crown Jewel. I know we kind of shit on the Saudi Arabia shows, and I'm going to say this in the predictions too, this Saudi Arabia show, man, this Crown Jewel looks like it's going to be the best, not just the best show of the year, one of the best shows of the year, but it's going to be a great show. I'm very excited for Crown Jewel. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, that was tonight's SmackDown. Like I said, overall, mess show. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Like more content. There's been the kid, DC Wrestling, man. And so, yeah.